Hey my friends, we're back at the 33 long today that's on my main desk here in the great room. And today I'm going to take a look at the Splash Tetras, Copella arnoldis. And I will put the name, of course, in the title and description. And these are some diminutive little tetras. They are larger than the emeraldi rasboras, but they only grow to 2.5 inches in the wild, which is in South America, the Orinoco, and the other floodplain, sorry, watching the fish, other floodplain rivers. And they're called splash or splashing or jumping tetras because of a unique behavior they have during the time that these rivers are flooding out into the forests and onto the plains. There's a nice male there. And by the way, these are the fish, the little bronze shape. There's two of them right there. Little bronze shaped fish. Bronze colored fish, and they reproduce by actually jumping, the pair jump out of the water onto overhanging, low-hanging leaves or other vegetation and spawn, usually about 10 eggs at a time if I remember what I researched, and they lay up to 100 eggs, so that's a few trips out of the water. After the eggs are laid, the females do no care at all with them. The males splash the eggs, and even if they laid them on more than one leaf or in more than one site, the male remembers and he'll alternate his splashing between the two clutches. They hatch quickly, about 36 hours. And they fall into the water, and sometimes that requires his help with the splashing. And they don't predate on them, or there's no evidence of it. They then still have their egg sacs, and those absorb in about 2 days, and they'll become free swimming. Another thing that sticks out about these guys, you know, one of the ways to identify a lot of fish is pretty much, it's not 100%, but if they have an adipose fin, that little dorsal fin just in front of the tail, between the two fins on top, the dorsal fin, sorry, I get watching the fish and forget my point. But anyway, they don't have that little fin that sticks up. It really doesn't serve any purpose, it's known. It's just an evolutionary thing that's left over. These guys don't have those. So, so again, it's not 100% in all tetras, as evidenced by these guys lacking it. Like most tetras, you want to have at least 6, 12, or 20, or even better. And I'm slowly building up my colony of them. They're in here. They do make great community fish, but they are jumpers. There's 3 of them got together. I think I have 6, 7, and they do just wonderful with the emeraldi rasboras. We talked about them a couple videos ago. So they do absolutely great with them. But yeah, the more of them you can have, the better. You do want a tight lid because they will jump. And they normally stay near the surface historically, but these guys, of course, seem to like the bottom. Now, again, this is a 33 long, so it's only 12, 14-inch tall tank. And so they have lots of, you want at least a 2-foot long tank. The gallonage doesn't matter so much to them as the length of the tank, because they do like to do some swimming. But they have twice that length So they're well appointed in here. They eat most anything community fish eat. They will take flakes. In fact, I found that's one of their favorite things. I've got some regular bloodworms. I say regular because I feed mostly the jumbo, which are more substantial. But for these smallmouth fish, I like to use the regular bloodworms. There are a lot of fry in here right now from, so we can see a couple of them down here. There's a couple. See one down on the sand. At least one. There's one. They're meeting up there at the end of the tank. And they like to hang out down on this end. So do the Splash Tetras. So I don't know if they predate on them or not, but they're fry from that's from an earlier dropping of fry of the high-fin red-tail platies, which I just love. And anyway, they go well in here. These guys will go well with any other tetras, small tetras, danios, small catfish, anything that's not aggressive. They'll do great with them. And so they're a really good fit for this tank. The color that's on them is a healthy color, and of course I keep my water clean and try to provide the things that they need. Lots of plants, lots of vegetation, just so they have a place to hide. I haven't decided how I'm going to emulate, but I will, how I'm going to emulate their leaves. It'd probably be pothos, but remember they have to have a lot of area to fall back down on, so I don't want to encourage them jumping out a lot, and I don't want to leave my lid open to do that. So I may end up dropping water level, but I'll get it sorted out. I'm just really conditioned on them right now. I've just started keeping them again a couple of weeks, maybe a month ago. I got my first batch and then picked up some more of them just recently. I had them in my tub, some of you might remember, a couple of years ago out on the deck, and there's that white cloud that accidentally got in with some of the rasboras, the emerald eye rasboras. I've got over 20 of those now, and I told Rob at Aquatic Aesthetics, just leave it and I'll put it in with my other white clouds, but I haven't bothered to go back and catch it out. It's a little warmer in this tank than where I keep the white clouds, but he's okay short term in here. So that's pretty much what I know about these guys, and that was from just doing a little research on them. And they're really a fish that is really good for maybe not a beginner, but someone that can keep tetras, and they don't require a lot of care, just the clean water and keeping a tight lid on, and the quality of food really will affect how well they do, how pretty they are, and from there, these guys are probably 2/3 grown, so that kind of gives you an idea. And I've got those little platinum tetras. I may talk about them. Those have been really popular the last couple of years in the hobby, and I think they're the first thing I ever put in this tank over a year ago. But let me know your comments. If you have any questions, I'll research them if I don't know and find out. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch it. Another long rambling video, but let's enjoy it, Let's enjoy our fish, and let's be nice and good to each other. Thank you guys. So we can get a thumbnail of algae.